Maya ran through the crowded streets, her heart pounding as if it might burst. The city was loud, filled with the constant hum of traffic, shouting street vendors, and the distant wail of sirens. Dust hung in the air, settling on her clothes and hair. She clutched her small daughter, Lila, close to her chest. Lila's tiny body trembled, her skin hot to the touch, and every shallow breath Maya heard made her heart ache. "Mama, my head hurts," Lila whispered, her voice weak and strained. "I know, baby, I know," Maya murmured, brushing damp hair from Lila's forehead. Her voice shook, but she forced herself to stay calm. Panic would not help her daughter. The sun beat down mercilessly on the city, reflecting off the tall, grimy buildings that crowded the streets. Maya ducked under a hanging sign for a pharmacy, only to find the shelves nearly empty. Most of the medicine had been bought weeks ago. The clerk shook his head apologetically. "I'm sorry, ma'am. We don't have what you need." Maya's stomach sank. She tried to explain Lila's symptoms, hoping anything would help. The clerk looked at her with pity but repeated the same words. She ran to the next pharmacy. Same result. Each step felt heavier than the last. Sweat ran down her face, mingling with tears she could not stop. She remembered the night before, sitting alone in their small apartment. Lila had woken with a fever that would not break. Maya had wrapped her in blankets, given her water, and tried every home remedy she knew, but nothing worked. She had promised herself she would get real medicine today, no matter what. Now, walking from pharmacy to pharmacy, she felt the walls of the city closing in around her. Passers-by hurried past, avoiding her gaze. Some glanced at Lila, their eyes softening for a moment, but no one stopped to help. Maya's hands shook. She knelt on the curb, gently laying Lila across her lap. The girl's small body was limp, and her breathing was shallow. Maya's tears fell freely onto Lila's hair. "Please, please don't leave me, baby," Maya whispered, her voice barely audible over the noise of the city. She had no family nearby, no one to help. Just her and Lila against a world that felt impossibly cruel. A small crowd passed, and a young man dropped a coin into her hand. "Hang in there," he said quickly, not looking back. Maya clutched the coin, her mind racing. Even if she could buy a little medicine, it would not be enough. She needed help. Real help. Something beyond the limits of this broken city. Maya stood and began walking again, each step heavy but determined. She refused to give up, even though her body begged her to rest. Lila moaned softly, and Maya whispered soothing words. As she rounded a corner, she entered a quieter street. The buildings here were older, crumbling, and some had collapsed entirely. The air smelled of dust and smoke. Maya spotted a small clinic tucked between two larger buildings. Its sign was faded, but she ran toward it with the last ounce of strength she had. Inside, a frazzled doctor glanced at her. The clinic was understaffed, barely functioning, with patients waiting on worn benches. Maya held out Lila. "She's very sick, please, help her," Maya begged. The doctor examined Lila quickly, frowning. "Her fever is dangerous. I can give her a treatment, but it's very expensive. Do you have the money?" Maya's heart sank. She shook her head. I don't. I just want her to live." The doctor hesitated, then looked at Lila with concern. "I'm sorry, I can't give it for free. I wish I could, but I have to keep this clinic running." Maya's hands trembled. She had worked day and night, cleaning houses, delivering food, and taking whatever odd jobs she could find, but it had never been enough. Now, standing in the clinic, watching her daughter struggle to breathe, she felt powerless in a way she never had before. She stepped outside, the sun blinding her, and collapsed onto the steps. Lila lay in her arms, shivering slightly now, and Maya rocked her gently. She whispered promises she didn't know she could keep. "I will not let anything happen to you, Lila. I will find a way. I swear." As she sat there, she heard a soft sound behind her. She turned quickly but saw no one at first. Then a voice spoke, calm and gentle, yet carrying a weight of certainty. "Excuse me, ma'am, are you all right?" Maya looked up into the face of a man who seemed different from anyone she had seen in the city. He wore a clean, tailored suit that shimmered slightly under the sunlight, as if it were made from some strange, advanced material. His eyes were kind, yet there was something in them that suggested power, knowledge, and hope. "My daughter, she's sick," Maya said, her voice trembling. "I can't find medicine anywhere. I don't know what to do." The man knelt down to Lila's level. "I can help her," he said simply. "Come with me." Maya's mind raced. She did not know him. She did not know where "with me" meant. And yet, looking into his eyes, she felt a strange sense of calm, a spark of hope she hadn't felt in days. Every instinct told her to be cautious, but every part of her motherly heart cried out that this could be the chance she had been praying for. Tears blurred her vision as she glanced at Lila, whose small hand reached toward the stranger instinctively. Maya felt the weight of the impossible decision she had to make. One step could change everything for better or worse. Finally, she nodded, her resolve forming like steel in her heart. "Okay," she whispered. "We'll go with you." The man smiled gently and extended his hand. Maya took it, lifting Lila into her arms. For the first time in days, she felt a flicker of hope. The city seemed to fade around her, and a new, unknown path opened before them. Whatever lay ahead, Maya knew one thing for certain: she would do everything in her power to save her daughter, and nothing, not fear, not doubt, not the world itself, would stop her. Maya's hands tightened around Lila as she followed the man through the narrow streets. He moved with a calm certainty, his steps unhurried despite the chaos around them. Maya tried to remember every detail of him, the way his eyes seemed to glow faintly, the shimmer of his suit, but her thoughts were clouded with worry for Lila. Where are you taking us?" Maya asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The man glanced at her, his expression gentle but firm. "Somewhere your daughter can be healed. Somewhere safe. Trust me." Maya hesitated. Her instincts told her to run, to return to the crowded city where she understood danger and could at least try to survive. But when she looked at Lila, whose tiny eyes fluttered with fever, fear melted away just a little. She could not leave her child to suffer. Finally, she nodded. "Okay. I trust you, for her." The man smiled faintly, as if he understood the weight of her decision. "You are brave," he said. "Bravery is the first step toward change." He led them to a narrow alleyway. The walls were old and cracked, covered in grime and graffiti. Maya wondered if this path led anywhere useful, but the man pressed a small device against the wall. Instantly, a panel slid open, revealing a glowing corridor beyond. The light was soft, white, and warm. "Step inside," he said. Maya glanced back at the street, at the chaos and dust, the people struggling in the heat, the endless noise and danger. And then she looked at Lila, shivering in her arms. The choice was clear. She stepped forward, following the man into the unknown. The corridor was unlike anything Maya had ever seen. The walls pulsed faintly, almost like living skin, and the floor beneath her feet seemed to float. Light shimmered in patterns that felt natural, soothing, and alive. Lila stirred, sensing the calm energy, and Maya felt a strange sense of relief. You're not from here, are you?" Maya asked cautiously. The man shook his head. "No, I am from a place beyond the city, beyond this world in many ways. But right now, I am here to help you." They walked in silence for a few moments, the air strangely fresh, filled with a subtle scent of flowers and something else Maya could not name. She marveled at how peaceful it felt, so different from the dusty, noisy streets they had left behind. Will she be okay? Maya asked again, her voice trembling. The man looked at her with a seriousness that made her heart pound. She will be. But first, you must understand, this place is different. It can heal what your world cannot. It can teach what your world cannot. But it requires faith and courage. Maya felt a shiver run down her spine. Faith and courage, two things she had clung to every day, yet now they seemed both fragile and essential. She tightened her hold on Lila and whispered, "I will do anything for her." The corridor opened into a vast chamber. Light streamed from the walls and ceiling in soft ribbons, bathing the room in a gentle glow. Maya's eyes widened. Machines and devices hovered in the air, humming quietly. Some emitted a soft light that danced across the surfaces. Others seemed almost alive, responding to movement and sound. And at the center, a platform of translucent material rose slowly, as if waiting for them. Lila stirred and gazed around, her fevered eyes widening in wonder rather than fear. Maya felt a flicker of hope that she had not felt in days. "Place her here," the man instructed, pointing to the platform. Maya carefully set Lila down. The platform reacted instantly, its surface shifting gently beneath her weight. Soft lights surrounded Lila, and sensors extended from the walls like gentle hands scanning her body. Maya watched in awe as the machine worked. Within moments, Lila's breathing became steadier, her shivers eased, and color returned to her cheeks. She's getting better," Maya whispered, tears filling her eyes. The man nodded. "This is only the beginning. She will recover fully, and she will thrive. But you, too, have a choice to make. You can remain here, learn, and help others like your daughter. Or you can return to the streets you came from. The decision is yours." Maya felt a wave of emotions crash over her. Relief, wonder, fear, hope all at once. She looked at Lila, now resting peacefully, and then at the man who had saved them. Her mind raced. She had always dreamed of helping people, of making a difference, but life had never given her the chance. And now, it seemed the chance had found her. What do you mean, learn?" she asked. The man's eyes softened. "This place can teach you things your world cannot. Medicine, technology, ways to help humanity. You have courage and love in abundance. That is why you were chosen. And with knowledge, you can save not only your daughter but countless others." Maya's heart pounded. I don't know if I can do that. I'm just a mother. I barely survived yesterday. I don't know if I can be more." The man smiled. "You already are more. Courage is not measured by what you have done, but by what you are willing to do when everything is against you. You have faced despair, and yet you are here. That is why you can rise higher than you imagine." Maya felt a warmth in her chest, a spark of determination she had thought was gone forever. She looked at Lila, peaceful for the first time in days, and knew she had to try. Not just for her daughter, but for all the children who suffered without hope. I will try," Maya said, her voice steady. The man nodded. "Good. That is all I ask. Come with me, and I will show you what you can become." He pressed another device on the wall, and the chamber shimmered. A portal-like opening appeared, glowing with soft blue light. Maya felt a mixture of fear and excitement, but she held Lila close and stepped forward. The world behind her seemed to fade, replaced by a sense of endless possibilities. As they moved through the portal, Maya's mind swirled with questions. Where would they go? What would she learn? Could she really make a difference? And yet, despite the uncertainty, a small voice inside her whispered that everything would be all right. She glanced down at Lila, who stirred and opened her eyes, meeting Maya's gaze. The girl smiled faintly, as if sensing the safety and love surrounding her. Maya smiled back, feeling her courage grow. Whatever lay ahead, Maya knew she would face it. She had survived the streets. She had carried her daughter through despair. And now, guided by a mysterious stranger, she would step into a future that promised hope, knowledge, and a chance to change the world. The moment Maya and Lila stepped through the portal, the world around them seemed to stretch and shimmer. Colors unlike anything Maya had ever seen swirled and flowed, painting the air in soft blues, greens, and golds. The ground beneath her feet was smooth, almost glowing, and felt warm. She clutched Lila tightly, feeling the little girl stir in her arms. Where are we?" Maya whispered, her voice filled with awe and wonder. The man, whose name Maya now learned was Orion, smiled gently. "This is a place beyond Earth. A city designed to nurture humans with potential to change the world. Here, your daughter can heal, and you can learn to help others." Maya's eyes widened as the scene before her unfolded. They were standing on a wide, open platform suspended in mid-air. Below, clouds drifted lazily, and far away, the curvature of the earth was visible. Towering structures stretched toward the sky, smooth and gleaming, with bridges of light connecting them. Hovering vehicles moved silently above the city, leaving trails of soft luminescence behind. It was a city of wonder, unlike anything Maya had ever imagined. Lila blinked up at the dazzling sights, her small hand gripping Maya's finger. "Mama, it's so pretty," she whispered. Maya nodded, tears filling her eyes. "Yes, baby, it is. And you're safe here." Orion led them to a building that seemed to breathe with light. The doors opened as they approached, welcoming them inside. The interior was calm and bright, with soft floors that absorbed sound. Machines hovered in the air, scanning and monitoring quietly. Gentle streams of light moved along the walls, like rivers of energy. Maya felt her tension ease slightly, though she could not stop staring at the incredible technology surrounding her. "Here, your daughter will receive care," Orion said. "The machines and devices in the city are designed to heal the body quickly and safely. Nothing will be harmful. You need only stay calm and trust the process." Maya carefully placed Lila on a platform similar to the one she had seen earlier, which now extended from the floor, glowing softly. Sensors reached out gently, scanning Lila's body. Light surrounded her in a comforting embrace. Maya watched, holding her breath, as the machines worked in perfect harmony. Minutes passed. Then, slowly, Lila's small body stopped trembling. Her breathing deepened, and her color returned. She opened her eyes, brighter and clearer than they had been in days. Maya could not hold back her tears. She's better," Maya whispered, her voice trembling. Relief and gratitude washed over her. Orion nodded. "The city's technology can heal what your world cannot. But it is not just machines that matter. Here, knowledge, courage, and compassion are equally important. That is why you are here." Maya's mind raced. Knowledge, courage, compassion. She had always felt those things in her heart, but now she was beginning to understand that they could be shaped, strengthened, and used to help others in ways she never imagined. I want to learn," Maya said finally. "I want to help, not just Lila, but other children too. I don't want anyone else to feel the fear I felt today." Orion's eyes brightened. "Good. That is why you were chosen. You will learn here, and one day, you will take this knowledge back to Earth. You have courage, compassion, and determination. Those qualities make you extraordinary." Maya felt a flicker of pride, but it was mixed with doubt. Could she really do all that? She was just a mother from a struggling city. And yet, she could not ignore the feeling that something deep inside her had always been ready for this moment. Come, Orion said, motioning toward another part of the city. There is more I want to show you. They walked along floating pathways that curved gracefully through the air. The city was alive with movement, but it was calm, not chaotic like the streets Maya had known. People moved with purpose, their faces bright with energy and focus. Some worked at devices that hovered mid-air, others studied glowing books that floated before them. Lila held Maya's hand, pointing in wonder at everything around her. Can we explore? Lila asked softly. Yes, baby, Maya said, smiling. For the first time in days, she felt hope, and she wanted Lila to feel it too. Orion guided them to a chamber where soft light streamed from the walls and ceiling. The air smelled faintly of flowers, clean and sweet. In the center, a table-like device extended toward them. This is a learning station, Orion explained. Here, you will study medicine, science, and ways to help humanity. You will be trained to use the city's technology to heal and protect those in need. Maya's eyes widened. I can learn all of this. Yes, Orion said. You have the heart for it. The city will teach you what you need. You only need to be willing to try. Maya knelt beside Lila, who was still smiling and reaching toward the glowing surfaces. We'll try, baby, she whispered. We'll do this together. Orion smiled at the two of them. Good. The first step is understanding. Knowledge is the foundation of change. With it, you can save lives and inspire hope in ways you never imagined. As the day passed, Maya began to explore the city more. She saw gardens floating in the sky, streams of water flowing in mid-air, and animals she had never seen before, all healthy and thriving. She marveled at the harmony between technology and nature, realizing that humans could achieve incredible things when guided by knowledge and compassion. By evening, Lila had fallen asleep in Maya's arms, her breathing steady and calm. Maya looked out over the city, its lights shimmering against the night sky. She felt a mix of awe and determination. This is more than I ever dreamed, she whispered to herself. But I have to learn. I have to be ready. Orion appeared beside her quietly. You have made the first choice, Maya. You trusted in something greater than yourself. That is the beginning. The next step is to open your mind and your heart to what the city can teach you. Only then will you be able to help others as you wish. Maya nodded. I understand. I'm ready to try. I have to be ready. Orion placed a hand gently on her shoulder. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting even when fear is present. You have already shown courage today. Let it guide you. Maya took a deep breath, feeling the weight of her journey ahead. She knew it would be challenging, but for Lila, for other children, and for herself, she was ready. As she looked at her sleeping daughter, she felt a surge of hope and determination. This city, this place beyond Earth, was giving her a chance not only to save Lila but to change the world. And she would not let that chance slip away. The next morning, Maya woke to a soft, golden light filling the room. Lila lay beside her, still asleep, her small chest rising and falling peacefully. For the first time in days, Maya allowed herself a moment of calm. She smiled softly, brushing Lila's hair from her face. Today, she knew, would be the beginning of something new. Orion appeared at the doorway. His presence was calm and reassuring, like the steady flow of a river. Good morning, Maya, he said. Your daughter is recovering well. Today, you will begin to learn. Are you ready? Maya nodded, swallowing the nervousness in her throat. I'm ready. I want to help, not just Lila, but other people too. I want to learn everything I can. Orion led them through corridors that seemed alive with energy. Light pulsed gently along the walls, guiding their steps. As they walked, Maya noticed people moving with purpose, some studying, others working with machines that hovered in mid-air. Everything seemed orderly, efficient, yet peaceful. "This city," Maya whispered, "it's incredible. I've never seen anything like it." Orion smiled. "It is a place built to nurture human potential. Here, you will discover your abilities, and in time, you will use them to help others. But learning is not only about machines and technology. It is about understanding people, compassion, and the courage to act." Maya felt a mixture of excitement and fear. Could she really learn all of this? She had struggled just to survive on Earth. And yet, looking at Lila, she knew she had to try. Not just for herself, but for her daughter and for all those who suffered. They entered a large chamber filled with soft light. In the center, a series of platforms extended, each glowing faintly. Orion guided Maya to one of them. "This is your learning station," he said. "Here, you will study medicine, science, and problem solving. You will also learn how to lead and inspire others. It is a full journey, but you are ready." Maya looked at the platform in awe. It hummed softly and responded to her presence, projecting images, simulations, and data. The interface was unlike anything she had ever seen, yet somehow, she instinctively understood how to interact with it. "Don't worry if it feels strange," Orion said. "Your mind will adjust. The city responds to your curiosity and determination." Maya sat on the platform, Lila resting nearby on a smaller one designed for children. She placed her hands on the glowing surface. Immediately, images and holograms appeared, showing human anatomy, medical treatments, and devices that could heal instantly. Maya's eyes widened as she absorbed the knowledge. Hours passed, but Maya did not notice. She was learning, her mind stretching in ways it had never done before. The city's technology was advanced, yes, but it required her focus, understanding, and compassion to use it effectively. And slowly, she realized she could do it. During a break, Maya sat with Orion, who explained more about the city's purpose. "This place exists because humanity has potential," he said. "Many are limited by fear, greed, or ignorance. Here, those with courage, compassion, and curiosity can grow. And those who grow can bring knowledge back to the world, to help everyone." Maya thought of the streets she had walked, the pharmacies that had no medicine, the families struggling to survive. I never imagined something like this," she said softly. "All my life, I felt helpless. But here, I feel like I can do something." "You can," Orion said firmly. "You have already shown your strength. Caring for your daughter, refusing to give up, trusting when hope seemed impossible, these are the traits that will guide you." As the days passed, Maya continued her lessons. She learned about advanced medicine, how to analyze illnesses, and how to use the city's technology to heal. But she also learned leadership and problem solving, practicing with simulations that tested her creativity and courage. Each day, her confidence grew. Lila thrived as well. The child's health improved rapidly, and she began exploring parts of the city under careful supervision. Her laughter filled the rooms, giving Maya a renewed sense of purpose. Watching her daughter learn, grow, and play, Maya realized that this place was not only healing her physically, but it was healing their lives. One evening, as the city's lights shimmered like stars, Maya stood on a balcony with Lila in her arms. Below them, the city hummed with energy, alive and beautiful. Maya whispered softly, "One day, I will take this back to Earth. I will help everyone who is suffering. I promise." Orion appeared beside her, silent at first, watching the city with them. Then he spoke, "You will do more than you imagine, Maya. The courage and love you carry are rare. Most people give up when faced with despair. You did not. That is why you were chosen." Maya nodded, feeling a deep warmth in her chest. "I don't know if I'm ready for everything, but I want to try." I have to try. Trying is the first step toward achieving greatness, Orion said. Knowledge, technology, and courage combined can change the world. And you have all three, in abundance. Maya looked at Lila, whose small hand reached up to touch her face. She smiled, feeling a mixture of pride, hope, and determination. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she knew she could face them. This city had given her a chance to grow, to learn, and to help. And she would not waste it. Over the next weeks, Maya's training became more advanced. She learned to create treatments that could heal almost instantly, to diagnose illnesses with precision, and to manage complex situations. But the most important lessons were about people understanding their fears, their needs, and how to inspire them. She realized that technology alone could not save anyone. It required a human heart, courage, and compassion. And Maya had those in abundance. By the end of the 4th week, Maya felt transformed. She was still the same mother, still deeply devoted to Lila, but she was also more than she had ever imagined. She could heal, teach, and inspire. And she knew that one day, she would return to Earth, ready to share this knowledge with the world. Standing on the balcony one last time that evening, Maya whispered to Lila, "We're ready, baby. One day, we'll help so many people, just like we helped each other." Lila giggled softly, leaning against her mother. Maya smiled, feeling a sense of peace she had never known before. Orion watched silently, knowing that Maya had taken the first steps toward a greater destiny. And in that moment, the city seemed to shine even brighter, as if celebrating the courage and love of one determined mother. The morning sun shimmered across the city's floating towers, painting them in soft gold and silver light. Maya stood on a wide platform overlooking the gardens below, Lila at her side. The child's laughter echoed as she chased small, floating orbs of light, completely free of the illness that had threatened her life. Maya's heart swelled with pride and relief. Today marked a new chapter in her training. Orion had explained that it was time for Maya to apply what she had learned. Theory and simulations were important, but now she would see if she could use her knowledge in real situations. The city had ways to safely connect with parts of Earth where help was desperately needed, and Maya would be the first to participate. "You're ready," Orion said quietly. "The city has chosen you for this. You have the courage, intelligence, and compassion required. But remember, this is about people, not just technology. You must listen, observe, and act wisely." Maya nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. She had learned the science, practiced the tools, and understood the theory, but nothing compared to the responsibility of using it for real. "I understand," she said firmly. "I'll do my best." Orion led them to a chamber filled with glowing screens and floating devices. "Here, you will connect with communities on Earth. You will guide them, provide solutions, and ensure children like Lila receive the help they need." Maya's eyes widened. "So, I can really help people from here?" "Yes," Orion said. "This city bridges technology and human heart. You will be a conduit for both. And each success will prepare you for greater challenges." The first assignment appeared on a holographic display. A city in the lower regions of Earth was experiencing a severe shortage of medicine. Children were sick, families desperate. Maya studied the map, analyzing patterns of illness, available resources, and local conditions. The simulation was complex, but she could see the gaps clearly. "Begin," Orion instructed. Maya took a deep breath and began. She guided local medics through step-by-step processes to stabilize children. She instructed them on using advanced medical devices that the city provided remotely. She analyzed patient symptoms, suggested treatments, and coordinated distribution of resources efficiently. Hours passed. Maya barely noticed the time. Each success built her confidence. Children's lives were saved, and families expressed gratitude. Though she was still physically in the floating city, Maya felt a deep connection to the people on earth. Her heart ached for them, but she also felt hope, the kind she had only just begun to experience herself. Lila sat nearby, watching her mother work. The child's curiosity and intelligence seemed to blossom daily. She asked questions, pointed out patterns, and sometimes offered suggestions. Maya smiled. "One day, you'll help too, baby," she said softly. Orion observed quietly, satisfied. Maya's determination, compassion, and intelligence were evident. She was not just learning, she was transforming. And transformation, he knew, was what humanity needed most. During a short break, Maya walked with Orion through the gardens of the city. Floating plants swayed gently in the air, glowing softly. Birds with luminescent feathers sang delicate tunes. The beauty of the place was calming, a reminder of what humans could achieve when knowledge and heart worked together. "I never imagined anything like this," Maya said, glancing at the floating towers and streams of energy weaving through the city. "It feels magical. But it's real, isn't it?" Orion nodded. "It is real. But magic alone does not create change. Knowledge, courage, and compassion create change. The city only provides the tools. The people who use them make the difference. You are one of those people." Maya felt warmth in her chest. She realized she had grown stronger in just a few weeks. Her hands no longer trembled when guiding procedures. Her mind absorbed information quickly. Her heart held more hope than it had in years. Suddenly, a new alert appeared. A remote village on Earth had reported an outbreak of an unknown illness. Maya studied the data carefully. This was more complex than the previous assignment. The symptoms were different, and local resources were limited. Fear could easily take over. She took a deep breath. "I can do this," she whispered to herself. Then, looking at Lila, she added, "I have to do this. For them, for you, for everyone who needs help." Maya coordinated with local teams, using her knowledge and the city's technology. She analyzed symptoms, suggested treatments, and developed a plan for safe distribution of resources. Her instructions were clear, compassionate, and precise. Slowly, the outbreak came under control. Children's lives were saved, families thanked her, and hope spread through the village. After the mission, Maya returned to the floating city, exhausted but fulfilled. Orion greeted her. "You did well," he said. "This is only the beginning. The work will get harder, but you have proven your capability. You are no longer just a mother. You are a guide, a healer, and a beacon of hope." Maya looked at her hands, still trembling slightly from the intensity of the mission. I didn't know I could do all this," she admitted. "You could," Orion said gently. "It was always within you. The city helped you see it. Courage, love, and determination were already your tools. Knowledge and training only enhanced them." That night, Maya sat with Lila on a balcony, gazing at the earth below. The city lights sparkled, reflecting in the child's eyes. Maya whispered softly, "One day, I'll bring this to the world. I'll help so many people, just like we helped today." Lila hugged her mother tightly. "Mama, you're amazing," she said, her small voice filled with admiration. Maya smiled, tears filling her eyes. "No, baby. You are amazing too. We'll do this together." As the city hummed quietly beneath the stars, Maya felt a deep sense of purpose. She was no longer helpless. She had grown, learned, and transformed. And one day, she would return to Earth, ready to share what she had learned, to bring hope and change to countless lives. For the first time in her life, Maya believed that ordinary humans, with courage and heart, could achieve extraordinary things. And she would prove it not just for her daughter, but for all humanity. The city floated silently above Earth, bathed in the soft glow of its own lights. Maya stood at the edge of the observation deck, Lila beside her, gazing down at the sprawling landscapes below. She could see the cities, the towns, and the smaller villages that struggled daily. The thought of all those people, living in fear and scarcity, stirred something deep within her heart. Orion appeared quietly at her side. "Today marks a new step," he said. "You have learned, trained, and proven yourself. Now, it is time to return to Earth not as a visitor, but as a guide. You carry knowledge and tools that can change lives. You are ready." Maya took a deep breath, looking down at the planet she had called home. I've never felt ready for anything like this," she admitted. "But I have to try. For Lila, for everyone who needs help." Orion nodded. "Courage is not the absence of fear, Maya. It is acting even when fear is present. You have already shown it many times." Maya smiled faintly, squeezing Lila's hand. "Then let's do this." They walked to a platform in the center of the city. It shimmered with light and energy, a bridge between the floating city and Earth below. The platform expanded into a small, sleek vessel designed to transport them safely. Maya helped Lila into a comfortable seat while Orion activated the controls. The vessel rose slowly, then accelerated silently, leaving the city behind as Earth grew closer in the view. This is incredible," Maya whispered, watching the familiar landscape unfold. She could see her own city, the streets she had once struggled through, and she felt a mixture of sadness and determination. The people below needed her. When the vessel touched down in a cleared area near her old neighborhood, Maya stepped out cautiously. The air was thick with dust and heat, but it felt familiar. Lila clung to her side, wide-eyed but smiling. The villagers stared at the vessel, mouths open in amazement. Some whispered, others ran toward her, unsure whether to believe what they were seeing. Maya took a deep breath. "Hello," she said softly. I'm here to help." The villagers looked at her with a mix of curiosity and hope. They had struggled for months without enough medicine. Children had grown weak, families desperate. And now, standing before them, was a woman who carried knowledge from beyond their world. Orion stayed behind in the vessel, watching. "Remember, Maya," he said. "Lead with compassion, guide with knowledge, and inspire hope. The people will follow if they trust you." Maya nodded, stepping forward to meet the first family. A young boy clutched his mother's hand, fever burning his small body. Maya knelt beside him, her heart aching at his weakness. She reached into a small device the city had provided and activated it. The machine glowed softly, scanning the boy. Within moments, it analyzed his condition and provided instructions to stabilize him. The mother gasped. Is he going to be okay?" Maya smiled gently. "Yes. Follow these steps exactly, and he will be fine. You can do this." With guidance, the mother administered the treatment. Slowly, color returned to the boy's cheeks, and his breathing steadied. Tears of relief ran down his mother's face. Maya felt her own eyes fill with emotion. This helping people was why she had trained. Over the next few days, Maya and Lila traveled to nearby villages. Maya coordinated treatments, trained local caregivers, and distributed advanced medicine. Every success brought hope, and word of her work spread quickly. People began to believe that change was possible, that a better future could be built. Lila watched closely, often helping in small ways, handing tools, or comforting children. Maya smiled at her daughter's curiosity and courage. "You're helping too, baby," she whispered. "Together, we're making a difference." One evening, after a long day of work, Maya sat under a tree outside one of the villages. Families had gathered nearby, children playing, mothers preparing meals with a sense of hope they hadn't felt in months. Maya looked at Lila, who was resting against her, and felt a deep sense of fulfillment. You did all this, Mama, Lila said softly. All these people, they're happy because of you. Maya hugged her tightly. No, baby. We did this together. You helped too, more than you know. Just then, Orion appeared quietly from the edge of the village. You have exceeded my expectations, he said. The city provided tools, but it was your courage, determination, and love that made the real difference. Humanity will remember this. You have inspired change, and this is only the beginning. Maya looked at him, feeling a mixture of pride and humility. I just want to help. I want to make sure no child suffers like Lila did. Orion nodded. And you will. Your journey has only begun. Knowledge grows, people grow, and hope spreads. Today, you have planted seeds that will blossom for years to come. Maya glanced at the villagers, seeing their faces filled with gratitude and renewed faith. She realized that even one person, with courage and heart, could ignite change. She felt a warmth in her chest, knowing that ordinary humans, when guided by knowledge and compassion, could do extraordinary things. As night fell, Maya and Lila returned to the vessel, ready to go back to the city for further training. She looked down at the lights of the villages, glowing softly in the darkness. We're making a start, baby, she whispered. One step at a time, we'll help more and more people. Lila smiled sleepily, leaning against her mother. I'm proud of you, Mama. Maya kissed her forehead. I'm proud of you too. You've given me the courage to do all of this. Orion activated the vessel's lift, and they rose silently into the sky. As the city reappeared above them, Maya felt a renewed sense of purpose. The journey back to the floating city was not the end, it was a continuation of a mission far greater than herself. She understood now that humanity's true strength lay not just in technology, but in courage, love, and determination. And with these qualities, she would continue to change lives, inspire hope, and teach others to rise above despair. For the first time, Maya felt the full weight and beauty of her mission. She was no longer a struggling mother in a harsh city. She was a leader, a guide, and a symbol of hope for countless people. And together with Lila, she would help humanity rise. The floating city glimmered under the soft light of dawn. Maya stood on a balcony, looking down at earth far below. Villages, towns, and cities stretched across the land, many still struggling, many still in need. But she no longer felt helpless. She had knowledge, courage, and heart. She had tools to change lives and she would use them. Beside her, Lila stretched and yawned, smiling up at her mother. Mama, can we go help today? Maya chuckled softly, brushing her daughter's hair from her face. Yes, baby. Today, we help even more people. Orion appeared beside them, silent and steady. Your progress is remarkable, he said. You have grown not just in skill, but in heart. And now, it is time for you to expand your mission. Maya nodded, determination shining in her eyes. I've seen what's possible. Now, I want to make sure more children, more families, never go without hope or medicine again. Orion guided them to a large platform within the city. Holographic maps displayed regions of Earth, highlighting areas where illness, poverty, and scarcity had left people desperate. Maya studied the maps, her mind analyzing patterns, understanding needs, and planning solutions. This is where we begin, Orion said. You will coordinate efforts across multiple regions. You will train local caregivers, distribute medicine, and teach communities how to use the technology safely. Every life you touch will inspire others to do the same. Maya took a deep breath. I can do this. I'll do everything I can. For the next several months, Maya's days were filled with work and learning. She traveled to Earth repeatedly, bringing hope to villages, towns, and cities. Wherever she went, children's lives improved, families smiled, and communities learned to take care of themselves. Maya trained local caregivers, teaching them medicine, hygiene, and ways to organize their resources. Each success grew like a ripple, spreading hope further than she could see. Lila accompanied her whenever possible. The child's laughter and curiosity lifted spirits everywhere they went. Children followed her, learning quickly, and Maya smiled to see the next generation inspired by courage and love. Lila became a symbol of hope herself, a living reminder that life could flourish when nurtured. One evening, after a long day helping a remote village, Maya sat by a stream with Lila. The water sparkled in the fading sunlight, and the village glowed softly with lanterns. Families walked by, greeting them with smiles and gratitude. Maya felt a deep peace, knowing their work had made a lasting impact. "Mama, do you think everyone will get help someday?" Lila asked softly, dipping her small hand in the water. Maya smiled, holding her daughter close. "I believe they will, baby. It takes time, but every step we take makes the world better. And people like us, we can inspire others to keep going." Orion appeared quietly nearby, watching them. "You have accomplished more than I ever expected," he said. "Not because of the city, but because of your courage and heart. You have created something that will outlast even this place." Maya looked at him, her eyes shining. "I couldn't have done it alone. Lila, and all the people we've helped, they give me strength every day." Orion nodded. "And now, your influence will continue to grow. Those you have trained will teach others. Communities will become self-sufficient. Hope will spread beyond anything you can see. This is the power of human determination and heart." As the weeks passed, Maya established a network of caregivers across multiple regions. Each one trained in advanced medicine, problem-solving, and compassion. Maya monitored them from the city, guiding them when necessary, but also allowing them to grow and make decisions independently. The results were astonishing. Villages once desperate for help began to thrive. Children grew stronger, families became resilient, and communities began to organize and care for each other. Maya realized that seeing ordinary humans rise above their struggles and create a better world was the true reward of her journey. One day, as she returned to the city after a mission, Maya paused on a balcony, looking at Earth below. The land seemed alive with possibilities, glowing with the hope she had helped ignite. She felt a deep sense of pride, but also humility. Her journey had shown her that change did not come from power alone, but from courage, love, and determination. Lila tugged at her hand. "Mama, look." She pointed to a village below where children played safely, families working together, and communities thriving. "We did that." Maya knelt beside her daughter, smiling. "Yes, baby. We did that. Together, we made a difference." Orion joined them silently. "You have created a legacy, Maya. One that will continue for generations. The city has provided tools, but it was your heart, your courage, and your determination that built hope where there was despair." Maya looked at Lila, then at the planet beneath them, and whispered, "I promise, we will never stop helping. We will keep teaching, healing, and inspiring. This is only the beginning." Orion placed a hand gently on her shoulder. "Indeed, it is. Humanity has always had potential, but it needed guidance, knowledge, and courage to rise. You have shown that ordinary humans, with love and determination, can achieve extraordinary things. You are the proof." Maya felt tears of joy and gratitude welling up. She had started as a mother desperate to save her child. Now, she had become a leader, a healer, and a beacon of hope for countless lives. And she knew that every life she touched, every lesson she shared, would continue to ripple through generations. As night fell, Maya and Lila stood together on the balcony, looking at the glowing lights of the city above and the earth below. Stars reflected in their eyes, and the world seemed full of endless possibilities. Maya held her daughter close, feeling the warmth of hope and love that had guided her every step. "Together, Mama," Lila whispered. "Together, baby," Maya replied, smiling. And in that moment, Maya understood the truth: humanity's greatest power was not in technology, money, or strength. It was in the courage to care, the determination to act, and the love that could inspire change. With those gifts, ordinary humans could rise to do extraordinary things just as she and Lila had done. The city glimmered above them, a symbol of hope and knowledge, but the true light came from Earth itself. From the hearts of ordinary people, brave enough to believe in a better future. And Maya knew that as long as courage and love existed, humanity would continue to rise. With Lila in her arms, Maya whispered softly to the stars, "We will never stop. We will help as long as we can. And one day, the world will shine brighter because of it." Above, the floating city pulsed gently, a guardian and guide. Below, Earth glimmered with hope. And in between, a mother and her daughter walked forward, leaving a legacy of courage, love, and inspiration for generations to come.